Welcome everybody to Super Replay. I am Kyle Hilliard here with Marcus Stewart. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, I'm doing good. Playing some Banjo and or Kazooie.
It's right? There's never an or situation, is there? I
I
don't
mean,
think.
it's sometimes when you're not using Kazooie actively, you forget that he's there. Like if you're not attacking, which there haven't really been a ton of attacking. Like I've killed some things, but I feel like he's less active in this game so far than the other ones. You know, we got vehicles to do all the work for us. Speaking of which, look at our old reliable here.
Yeah, so this is episode 3. What are we like 4 hours into the game at this point? Something like that?
Yeah, probably like 4.5.
I feel like we had the best time last week where we figured out, and by we, of course, I mean Marcus. I'm just here as a passive observer of like where we figured out it's like, oh, we can just attach a gun to our ship to play soccer and stuff like that kind of. That's when the stuff started really getting interesting, you know?
Yeah, turns out soccer's kryptonite firearms. Also, I tried.
Underwater.
I didn't realize, or I forgot that this was a deep body of water. So I was like, oh, I could probably cross this. And he actually did for a while. Like he was treading water for a bit before he just sank like a rock. Which makes me wonder if I should maybe make this like amphibious in some way. You know?
I mean, this is like you're getting the job done here, though. You're making it around. What's the goal? I guess. Do you need to like be able to jump out of the boat? Is the issue?
Well, I mean, in general, I'm trying to head to the. Oh, I haven't been up here before. Actually, it's like this whole little Venice area. I'm sorry. I see the marker for the next Jiggy, or for the next world. But now that I see this whole other area up here, I kind of am interested in it. It looks kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think.
I didn't realize how many notes you collected. You got a lot of notes.
I haven't. Which I maybe should be focusing on, but I haven't explored beyond sort of like the first 2 areas because I haven't really bought a ton of new parts in a little while, which is probably why I have so many notes, you know. But I saw, oh dang it! Yeah, you see how it floats for a second when you fall in the water, and then it just sort of sinks. Like which I kind of like that it doesn't sink immediately. It's some good physics of like, oh yeah, this is somewhat buoyant, but maybe a little too heavy.
Do you think you need to make a boat?
I wonder if you can make straight up boats. I forgot how you get out of the car. There we go.
You just gotta find the parts is what it comes down to, I think, right?
How do you make a boat? You would just need like a different chassis that's just buoyant? You know what I mean? Like
a motor, right? Like one of those like.
Well, to propel it, but I mean, how do you make something that floats? You know what I mean?
Because.
Would I need lightweight materials?
Yeah, because that's the problem is you're sinking. Yeah, I bet there's probably like you can make like a sort of cornered kind of thing, right?
Also, I just found an upgrade person. Speaking of things I could spend my jiggies on, Boggy's Gym. He's offering to upgrade my speed, strength, and stamina, which I didn't even know was a thing, and they didn't prompt me to come here. I just saw him standing there with an interactive point, but I was like, oh, this is actually huge.
Yeah, just do all speed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I assume this is for Banjo.
Well, just upgrading something that's pointless.
I mean, it'd be nice to run around stages faster if I, because there's some of those challenges that doesn't let you spawn your vehicle if you get away from it. So if I can move a maximum energy level, I could take more punishment. Oh, okay.
It's like health, I guess, right?
Yeah, may as well. And I can do one more for strength. Have we died, like, by traditional means? Like, has an enemy just straight up killed us?
Because I feel like I was commenting recently that I was like, you don't have, like, health. It's almost like the Wario Land approach, where it's like you don't really die. Do you feel faster?
I feel like it's placebo. I mean, like, yeah, I think I'm a little fat. I mean, I assume I am, but I don't know.
I mean, you leveled it up twice. I'd hope that you'd be able to like feel the difference, you know?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if I paid attention enough when I was running around. Cause like we drive around so much, you know.
But it's fair. You don't drive. You don't walk a whole lot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. But let's see. But I see the next Jiggy point up ahead. There's also I don't know what those question mark cogs are on the mini map. I don't know if that's saying there's a new
Oh, I don't know.
like
Part
level
of
I
it.
could unlock. Oh yeah, maybe it's a new part. Also,
Those were 5 minutes.
so hello to everyone in chat. Hope everyone's having a lovely start to your weekend.
That's right. Lazarus, Orange, Cameron, Winkler, beating down Brian. Hey, everybody.
Hey, hey. All right, let's get up to there.
Get on up.
Get on up on that thing. See, that's what I was trying to do, is get over there. I think I'm just gonna swim.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because it's across the way.
Well, look how fast you swim.
Oh, wait, this is another... Yeah, he is pretty fast, actually. He's much...
I think he's a faster swimmer than he is a walker.
Okay, this
To
was just a
what?
jiggy point. Like, a crank that point.
Oh, like where you deposit jiggies?
Yeah, I thought it was an actual level, but... Do I have
What is-
jiggies to deposit?
Why does it say 2 in there?
I guess I've already... Oh, it's got 2 to give me. Okay. Okay, well now I'm gonna need the car to carry these back, but...
Oh, okay, I see. That's the puzzle there, is like you can't pick them up.
Yeah, because I've always had to carry these, but I can... Actually, it's good that I went through the sort of Venice area, because I know I can just take that route to get back to the...
Right.
Wait, what? How did I get up here?
Where are you?
Wait, what? It warped me, but I was just summoning the car, but it took me to a whole other area I've never been. How
Is
did...
that a mistake or is that by design?
I mean, every time I've done it before, it just... Okay, it didn't spawn me too far, but why did it...
What a weird thing.
Was it like that area is not big enough to spawns that are like, here's the most spacious nearest space? I don't know. I mean, as long as it's not across the map, okay? That's what I thought for a second. All right. So let's get these jiggies. Is that Rhino? Oh, that Rhino was charging like he was going to do something.
We got Dan Snacks in the chat. What's up, Dan?
Also, I forgot how to pick things up. Isn't it? Wait.
It's you don't, not literally, right? You have that tool, right?
Yeah, but usually it's just the Y button, right? But wait, there we go. Okay, it was the trigger. That's right, the right trigger.
Okay.
Yeah, Y is just if you hold Y, it spawns your vehicle. But yeah, you got to use the right trigger to grab stuff.
Pick stuff up.
Okay, so we can take this back to the town square. We'll take the scenic route. You know what? I think we've said this already. Oh, actually, there's a part here too. We can take this with us.
Oh, cool.
Is there a... Okay, I thought there was a
No.
road back, but... Unless it's maybe the
those
other way?
notes.
Oh yeah, I should probably get this. I'm kind of afraid the... Okay, there we go.
I mean,
Oh,
surely
it's a
right.
It's a
Oh,
bounce.
no. See, I'm sorry. See, I shouldn't have encouraged you to do that.
It's actually a balancing game. I thought you could just, just walk across it without issue, but you gotta actually work for it. If I summon the vehicle, will it transport the contents with it? Because that would save a lot of time.
I feel like the answer to that question is no, right? Like
You think
that
it
would
was-
kind of defeat the purpose of the game. But
Yeah.
but we should like confirm, right?
Alright.
Like
Let me find like an open space to...
because the worst case scenario is you just have to go back and get it, right?
Or maybe it'll warp me to it, which would be nice
Maybe,
too.
which that'd be good too, yeah.
Let's see.
But almost certainly it's not gonna take the stuff with you, right? Okay, see, yeah.
Nope.
Man, oh, there must be like spawn points where it gives you your car back, and then you're just whatever you're closest to when you try to spawn the car is how it works, I guess, right?
Yeah. Also, what's nice is that the little tooltip just popped up saying, "Hey, we put the jiggies back into the machine so they don't get lost." I guess that's what happens when you leave them like that. So that's
That's nice.
good. They thought of everything, Kyle.
And you also have to go back and get that part as well.
Right. All right. You know, Kyle, this game still is fun. And
I've been impressed by it watching you play.
It's also very pretty. I don't think I really like the look of it, but like something about playing today, I'm like, man, this is a really nice looking game still.
Yeah, it holds up. I wonder if it's improved at all by playing. What do you want, Series X?
Yeah, it's probably got some frame rate stuff, right?
Yeah,
Frame rate
and this
boost
is-
and resolution boost.
I could almost see this being one that Rare would take the time to just touch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, because it's in the Rare replay collection and stuff, and like they actually that was probably the point where they touched it to at least like see if there was any improvements they could make.
Right. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm curious to see about chat. I know we have some fans, or at least people that have played the game that maybe bounced off. I'm curious to see if anyone's opinions of this game has changed or have been validated during the super replay of like, oh yeah, this is as cool as I remember it, or maybe you're like, I should have given it more of a chance.
That is definitely how I feel personally.
The latter?
Like, yeah, like I kind of always knew that, if that makes sense. Like, I was never like, I always knew I was like, I really should have given that game more time. Like, I shouldn't have just written it off so quickly.
Oh, I was trying to grab the other box and it locked onto the one. It probably spawned back where it was. Honestly, I would assume.
I would think so. We'll get those notes. Those are worth more.
Yeah. And what's the? Oh,
I'm very concerned about notes this episode, Marcus.
You're very note conscious, which I appreciate. One of us has to be, right?
That's right.
Especially if we're collecting these parts, one of which is now found a new home in the sea.
Wasn't there? I thought I saw some silver notes though, like nearby.
In here, might have noticed them. Oh,
I just saw them. Did you see them? I just saw them.
No, is it up
just
here?
Keep circling around.
Okay.
It's like on the edge of the plateau you're on. I don't know. What would you call that?
This little like island, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of circle.
Oh, okay, yep, I found it.
Yeah, there we go.
Good eye.
Oh, it's just one.
Well, I mean, it's one I would have missed if not for you. Also, there's two worlds
you
up
gotta
here.
max out that speed, man. It's important.
Yeah, these are some later game worlds. This one needs 59 jigs to open.
Dang. I mean, how many jiggies have you gotten per level? Like 4 or 5?
It's usually been like 2 or 3. Also, I don't know how to get this back.
Where was the Venice?
I think Venice might have been on the other side. I thought it was connected, but you
Wait.
see if you look over. Oh, wait, what just happened?
Did it go back?
It looked like it. I think he just sucked them up. Did it go back? Why would it go back?
That wouldn't work, right?
I mean, that'd be.
Also,
What were you saying?
Can you drive underwater with stuff in your cargo?
I could try. I was kind of afraid to. I was trying to see if there was any connecting landmass, but I'm gonna have to try. Oh yeah, it did go back. Wait, why did it go back? Nothing happened.
Taking too long, I guess.
It just gave up.
It assumed you gave up. It was like, well, clearly they're not going.
I didn't realize these jiggies were on a schedule. Like,
Right. They got places to be.
Okay, like we need to get into a big old gotcha machine thing. All right, let's try to take these underwater and hope that they.
Yeah, let's see what happens. It's good to kind of experiment and know, right?
Right.
Let's see. Duke Phazon says it's clear you won't finish this game by the release date of Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, so those float. Your piece.
I'm glad that we know that Jiggy's this like weird sort of like ethereal, almost collectible, has like weight to it. Like it's weird to get like a sense of weight of like, oh, they float, but not totally, but they do.
But I wanted to answer Duke Phazon's question, who's saying, we're not going to finish this before Zelda comes out.
We'll be streaming the day it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I, honestly, probably on that day we'll probably stream Zelda. If we're being honest with ourselves, Marcus.
I mean, technically, this is Zelda. We are streaming Zelda. This is we got Tears of the Kingdom at home. It's right here.
That's right. Tears of the Kingdom at home. But I just wanted to clarify for Duke Phazon that, like, yes, we will not finish this before Zelda comes out, but we're fully committed to finishing it. We will be streaming it. Might take us a little while, Like I said, maybe we'll take for Zelda's release date, we'll probably stream Zelda just because. Why wouldn't we? But
yeah,
we're playing this to the end. Marcus is finishing Banjo.
We're gonna beat this game. This is a good game so far. All right, here we go. Where do
Zangmaster says this game reminds me of Death Stranding. I kind of get it. I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Delivering stuff. delivering packages.
Little banker.
Creator Gaming. Do you even need to play Tears of the Kingdom after playing this? I mean, Marcus, you're good, right? You're not going to play Tears of the Kingdom now.
I am kind of getting my fill.
Like,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
just
fun to
like more triangles and triforces, right? I mean, that's something different. I'm heavy.
I mean, the Jiggy pieces are kind of cooler Triforce pieces. You know, there's more angles to them.
Those are just, in Breath of the Wild, the things you would get from shrines. It's the same thing. You know?
Yeah. It is. I am looking forward to comparing the Ultra Hand mechanics with this. Like, having exposed to this so soon to it, to see, like, who has the more robust, like, character, or not character, but, like, vehicle builder.
Right, yeah.
And, like, has this game... Do you think Nintendo looked at this game at all when they were designing that? Like, any direct inspiration or influence?
Man, that's such a tough question. Nintendo, because, like, I don't know if you've had the chance to, but, like, if you ask them about other games...
Oh, yeah, they're always like, eh.
It's pretty rare that they'll mention other games. Though, I will say, though, well before Breath of the Wild, I was talking with Onuma, and he talked about Far Cry 3. And he was like, that was
so
a game that
weird.
really impressed him. He really liked Far Cry 3. And I think it's one of those things now in retrospect that I'm like, Breath of the Wild probably owes more to Far Cry 3 than we give it credit for,
I mean, when a field catches fire, it spreads.
Yeah, right. And that marijuana burning mission in Far Cry 3, Onuma was like, let's do this.
Who's the Voss of Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, right.
Did he talk about Voss? Because that sounds weird, Onuma
No.
talking about Voss.
I should go, maybe I can go
Like,
find
what's his
it.
opinion?
It was mostly that he was just like appreciative. He would seem to admire how open it was and like finding animals and stuff like that. The weird like Nintendo perspective of it,
Right.
where it's like you can be like, oh yeah, I love running around shooting bad guys, and Nintendo plays and they're like, I really appreciated the like how sometimes an elephant would be there, or I guess that's more Far Cry 4, but like in the way that they, Metroid Prime Retro was working on Metroid Prime, and they're like, yeah, it's a game about exploring and shooting. And then Nintendo and Miyamoto would sort of look over their shoulders and be like, actually, it's a game about scanning things. I don't know what you guys think you're making, but it's a game about walking around and scanning things.
Let's see. Okay, I've done this one. I forgot. Okay, I have not done this one yet. Banjo Land. Well, I did Act 2, but I didn't do Act 1 of Banjo Land. Interesting. All right, but there's a Jiggies to be had here.
Okay, I found the interview. It was from 2017. Because he talked about, in research for Breath of the Wild, Onuma played Far Cry, The Witcher, and Skyrim. Grand Theft Auto was too violent for him.
What is it? It was too, like, he played it and was like, ew, gross, and turned it off. I'm trying to think, like,
I don't know. I think he just didn't even try it. I'm like, I
Kyle.
remember what he said, and I don't have the full transcription.
Kyle, there's like, look at this.
Oh, sorry.
It's Tony Hawk.
Oh shit.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, there we go. There we
Pull
go.
off the Christ air. Do it. Okay.
Can I hit a 900?
I mean, you're struggling with a 180 still.
Also, it says RB when I get up there. What does that mean? Can I do like a trick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, prompt. Oh, it writes your cart,
Oh, okay.
which is not useful for that situation, but you can do it.
By the way, the other game Onuma mentioned in that interview with him was he talked about Last Guardian. He played Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
That's just because he's close personal friends with
Ueda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Last Guardian underrated, or is it rated pretty well? I feel like we don't talk about that game.
I think it's underrated because it's not. People, gosh, that's an interesting question. That is a good
Yeah,
question.
because I like that game.
Yeah.
It's got problems, but I like it overall.
I think it deserves like a little more critical evaluation, right? But like I think the people who played it generally liked it, if that makes sense. But it is not held to the same high as Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Also, we got an offense-focused challenge here, so we're gonna have to whip out our gun car.
Gun car.
There we go. Which one? The claw. The claw with a gun.
Oh, that's right. Marcus, are you able to turn up my mic volume at all? Are you doing all right?
I can.
Yeah, can you turn me up a little bit?
Let's see.
A smidge, Duke Faison requests.
How's that? Might be a little more
Is
than a
that better?
smidge.
Let me know in the chat, please.
You should say some stuff.
I should say some stuff. Yeah, DeClaw with a gun, which is like, I feel like truly the moment where we kind of were like, all right, this game is cool, guys.
The moment you introduce a gun, a game becomes cool. It turns out that's the lesson to be learned here.
Yeah, what's that? Gosh, what am I trying to say? Was it The Office? What was that? Michael Scott's improv sort of rule. He was like, "Oh, you just add a gun; it makes the scene interesting."
Remember when Gone Home came out, and that was sort of like, you know, when walking simulators were getting crapped on as being like not games, and I think it was Fulbright's official Twitter that tweeted out the screenshot that said like, we turned Gone Home into a real video game, and it was just the protagonist holding a gun.
You know what's funny about that game, Gone Home, that will always be in the back of my, or I'll always remember it. Like, I enjoyed that game. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, it was scary.
But that's the thing, right? I feel like everything about that game and like playing it all the way through, I thought like any moment something horrific and scary is gonna happen.
Yeah, like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Right, and it doesn't really. Ultimately, like
it's not a horror game.
Really, it's not a horror game, and it's like it just kind of looks like one for some reason. I don't know.
Because you're going through like an empty house at like night, like most of the lights are turned off, the TV's on in a weird way where you're thinking like, is someone home? Or like
that cover art with like the purple sky and it's just like the house is like looming.
Yeah. Also I thought the pictures of the family were kind of creepy, like the illustrations. Yeah.
But like I mean, is that so? You were the same way, were you?
Oh yeah, I was.
For something to happen,
when I went to the attic, I was like, "This is it. I'm gonna find like their dead bodies up here or something."
Right. It's like no, just letters about people's lives.
Yeah, this is actually a very different game. Now Tacoma, those holograms.
Ominous. That's a good way to describe it.
Just solid color holograms arguing about space things.
Oh, right.
I guess that was technically not a horror game, but it was a lot more of a thriller given the plot line of that game.
You're talking about Tacoma, right?
Tacoma, yeah.
Yeah.
With like astronauts having a hard time in
Did
space.
You finish that game?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, I didn't finish it, which I think is probably how a lot of people are.
Is Tacoma like a Last Guardian situation? Like, that game's good, we just don't talk about it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or it's just, maybe it just didn't hit the same way that Gone Home did?
Last Guardian is just, I think, like, I feel like we don't talk about Trico enough, and like that being sort of an interactive character, and, you know, that kind of thing.
Hold on a second, I got something for you.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's so excited he hit his mic. What does he have, ladies and gentlemen?
I have a Trico right here.
Yeah, I got one of those too, actually. I bought it at an E3.
I did too!
It was really
Was it the same E3? It was probably it was like
yeah.
2017, I think it was.
Did you have trouble getting one? Like, was it a big pain?
No, I remember it was like they had Sony had like an outdoor store, like right outside the convention center.
This was totally the same E3.
Yeah, it would have to be, right? Yeah, we were lined next to each other. I actually was with a fellow former intern, now Ubisoft employee, Joseph Noop. And he got one first, and then he told me, he's like, they got Tricos out there.
I know.
Because we both liked the game, and then I bought one. And yeah, but it wasn't difficult. Did they go fast?
No, there was a huge line. There he is. Look at Trico. What an amazing character. There were like huge lines, and I was like, I do not have time to wait in any kind of line at E3. I just don't.
Right.
And I remember we had there were like 4 or 5 of us on staff at the time that were like, if anyone is able to find time to go get a Trico, like buy 3 of them. You know, like everyone wants one. And then I remember I got there early one morning, and there was no line, and I like rushed in there and bought. I think I bought like 2. I think I bought one for me and one for Jojo, I think. But I was weirdly like, I'm not always a big like merch guy.
Me neither. Yeah.
I was like, I need that Trico.
It was like I don't know
that
where
Trico.
else I'm going to be able to get this.
Exactly.
This is such a specific thing. And again, I love Trico. Who doesn't love? I mean, if nothing else, The Last Guardian gave us Trico. That's something worth celebrating.
What kind of animal do you think Trico is inspired by?
Inspired by?
Yeah, like what would you? There's right, dog or cat. You know, like what do you think Trico is?
He kind of has a little. He's got some hippogriff qualities.
But I'm talking about real world.
Oh, real world. I mean,
like,
he's mostly bird. When you come down to it, he's like 80% bird.
Because I feel in the context of the game, he feels like cat to me. Like I mean, I know birds fly. But
You talking
I mean,
about behavior?
Behavior, personality, letting his tail sort of swing off the side of a table. I was like, oh yeah, he's a cat. But Ben, former let's give him the proper title, online content manager, I think, right? Ben Reeves,
Right.
was convinced it was a dog. And I was like, no, wait, man, that's cat. And I feel like it's a litmus test for like, what do you see in Trico, you know?
I mean, the way you would have to kind of repeatedly tell him what to do, it veered more cat. Like, not that you don't have to do that with dogs, especially like puppies, but
Yeah.
it wasn't quite the aloofness of a cat, but it was like, it was there, you know,
Right.
as someone that has owned dogs and cats. Yeah.
That's the other thing is I do have a dog now, but like we've had our dog for about a year or two, but it's the first dog of my life.
Really?
But up until that point, it was all cats.
Okay.
Always been a cat person. Multiple cats in the house. So maybe that's part of it too. Is like, well, I just know cats, so Trico feels like a cat to me.
So it happened the opposite, where I've always had dogs, because my mom's not really a cat person, but when I was in college, I had a cat.
Brag.
Is that from the guy that's had 50 cats?
Yeah.
But we also are Trico owners too, so it's the best of both worlds. There we go.
Hard to get so sidetracked by Trico. He's just the best.
I don't know if I can put him somewhere where he can hang out. Like, there he is. Let's see, over here. Bear want to join Klungo's secret racing club. Okay, another race. Remember when we won that race by taking wheels away from our car?
That was weird.
What a moment in history.
How do you feel about, not to keep taking us off on tangents, but characters who have written dialogue that's like, has extra letters or words removed, like the accent written into the text? I kind of hate it.
Are you saying specifically they're trying to convey an accent? Like, that's the
Yeah.
reason behind it?
Like this guy, who's like, race, has like extra S's.
I mean, that's annoying, because it's
I
I mean, it
hate
makes
that.
the sentence longer than it needs to be.
I guess
Alright.
maybe that's just the editors. And
But
us,
if-
they're like, no, let's get rid of some of these letters.
I remember, like, playing Norco last year, because that's in Louisiana, and there's, like, a couple characters that speak with kind of, like, a Cajun accent, and it's written that way, and I thought that was fine, because it was, like, it read the way I would read it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was done well, and it kind of made me more immersed in sort of the world. But that stuff is a slippery slope, especially if it's someone that's,
Yeah.
like, that doesn't understand the nuances of the accent and are just sort of like giving like an approximation. What was our tried and true car here?
What's the mission?
Just race. There it is. Actually, we have a car that's just straight up designated racer. I don't know if we've used this one yet, but let's try it. Because last time the one we took the wheels from, they made us use that. It wasn't one that we had.
Oh, this one just looks fast.
It looks pretty cool actually too.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I kind of want it to be my default, but then it wouldn't be useful in the overworld because we got to collect jiggies and stuff.
Yeah, only useful for point A to point B, I think.
Yeah, this is his weekend like sports car. You know, when he's just taking a Sunday drive, wants to show off for all the people in his gated community. He's got to go to an HOA meeting.
HOA.
See, Kazooie seems like made for an HOA with how like kind of terrible
Are
he
you
is.
calling Kazooie a Karen? Is
Oh!
that a derogatory term? Should we not use that?
Is Kazooie? I forget. Is Kazooie female or male? I forget.
I think Kazooie's a female, I think. I
Yeah.
can look it up.
I mean, but regardless, yeah, Kazooie's got some Karen in her. Wait, did I miss one? Oh, I did.
Okay, yeah. Banjo, yeah. Kazooie's female. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but she does seem like I could see myself getting an email from Kazooie complaining about like the color of my garage door or something.
Your sprinklers were on too long. Wait, what am I? Did I miss an? Oh, this one. Oh man, I'm blowing
did you
this.
miss a thing?
I missed
How's
two.
how's that car feel, by the way? Is
It actually controls
handle
pretty well. Yeah.
It looks like
It's probably the
yeah.
best controlling like vehicle so far.
Duke Faison, getting back to Death Stranding, do we know anything about Kojima's next game? Yeah, it's Death Stranding 2. I don't know if this is a surprise for you, Duke Faison, but it was announced. For the
There
trailer.
hasn't been anything since then, but
Yeah.
in terms of like updates, but that doesn't have a date, right? I was like, that's not supposed to be like
No.
this year, right?
It doesn't even have a title. It's just...
Is Death Stranding 2 a working title?
Yeah, it's a working title.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, what does that mean? We're just going to call it Death Stranding 2, no matter what they call it.
I mean, they'll just add a subtitle like Death Stranding 2,
Guns of the Patriots or something.
Guns of the Packages. I don't know. What was Norman Reedus' character name again? Sam?
Sam Bridges.
Sam Bridges, right? Like a bridge like pun of some sort.
Or something. But yeah, other than that, Duke Faison, no. I can't imagine he's working on anything else. Right? I mean, there's always rumors, but I imagine he stays pretty focused on one game at a time. Although that's not true. Because at Konami, he was like producing a lot of things. Like he was a producer on Lords of Shadow and Boktai, all while working on Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, is Kojima Productions big enough to be like more than a one game studio? Yeah. Like have
I would
they
say
staffed
not
up?
yet. I mean, no. Right? I would say no.
Yeah, the impression I get for now is that they're one game at a time.
Yeah.
But who knows? Okay, we
Fine
got
with me.
one more jig to get, and oh, this thing's trying to. Oh, you see, Banjo shaking his fists like an angry road rage driver when that was happening.
Oh, by the way, Zang Massacre beating down Brian, bringing up very good points. There's an Xbox project coming. We just don't know what it is.
Well, I thought Death Stranding was that. Like, I mean, Death Stranding's coming to everything, but I thought, because isn't Death Stranding 2 also coming to Xbox as the first game didn't or came later? I thought that was the culmination of that rumor, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I
Maybe
don't
there was
think so.
something else.
I think there is something else, yeah.
Okay.
Because I believe Death Stranding, I mean, that's a Sony-published game. So I think even Death Stranding 2 is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Like, I think Sony might even own the IP. Actually.
What? We have to reunite a sentient block of ice with his lover? Okay. Yeah, that's... These blocks of ice... Locate... George Ice Cube is his name.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
You think that's Ice Cube's full name?
Kojima. That's a very Kojima name.
Oh, yeah. He would hang out with, was it Hartman?
Right.
Die Hartman.
Yeah. Coldman, or Hot Coldman.
Hot
right?
Coldman.
I think that was Peace Walker, right?
I forgot about Hot... Yeah, I think Hot Coldman was Peace Walker, yeah.
Yeah, come on. That's just good storytelling. Hot Coldman.
George Ice Cube's the villain of Death Stranding 2.
I may be just like biased just because I like Kojima so much, but I could make an argument for those stupid names actually being quite valuable because you remember them. You know, it's like you
I
can
mean,
name
just
him,
because
like,
something's memorable
you know.
doesn't mean it's memorable for a good reason.
That's true. That's fair. You know.
I remember a lot of awful things.
Good point. Yeah.
All right, look at this. Is actually a better. This might be a better claw. They made this for us. This is like an advanced version of the claw claw card that we have. Though it's gonna be tricky getting this guy back up there.
Did you try shooting it with a gun?
This card did not come with a gun, but it does have a blinking panel for some reason on the end. Oh, it just broke off.
I was about to say, does that mean it's Yeah, I'm gonna fall off.
I
What is
didn't.
it? So what does right bumper do? It like puts it back together? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't even know that things could break off.
Oh, they've been breaking off while you're playing, but it's usually like in the middle of a race or something. And it's like,
Have they? Have I just not noticed? Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My cars have just been. Oh!
Oh, not the ice cube.
We killed George Ice Cube. I was wondering if that heart was health or if it was just like displaying that he's in love with his lover, but no, it's health.
Yeah, just to close the loop. Yeah, Kojima, Death Stranding 2, and then there's something that he's working on for Xbox as well.
Okay. What do you think that is? I know it's impossible to guess, but
Yeah.
what do you want it to be? Like genre or you know?
Oh, I just want it to be a single-player, story-driven Kojima game. That's all I ever want from him, really. You know, like I want to play video games with Hideo Kojima stories in them. Those are the things I like the most about Kojima games. So I don't care what the genre is or the topic. I just want it to have cutscenes with characters.
Okay. So when
You
you
know? And the credit written by Kojima, basically.
so when he announces his story-driven RTS, you're gonna be over the hill. Just can't.
Yeah, it'd be the first RTS I ever really get into, probably. I guess I played Brutal Legend. That kind of counts, right?
That's the only one I've played. We actually talked about
Yeah.
this on the GI show this week. Somebody asked the question about RTS, and I was like, I've never played an RTS except for, I guess, Brutal Legend.
Yeah, I think same. I think.
Also, this is not easy.
Do you need to like expand the gate, like to make it? Because it's like if you made it a little wider.
He's gonna blow up.
Oh boy, this does look tough.
I think it might be. I don't know if they might let me customize this. This is one that they gave me pre-made. Like I didn't choose or make this, but
No.
I think I want to. I think it might be the angle I'm trying to get it up there. I mean, that one was a rough angle, but I feel like there's a better way to get up there that I'm not exploiting. Like if I can get him. Like, okay, this is like a. Can I get him up? I think I gotta drive him up this path. Actually, I've been trying to take him like directly up the mountain itself, but I probably supposed to follow the path that I take to get to him. Because then it's not.
You're trying to bring them back together, right?
Yeah, I was just trying to go up the mountain and kind of bypass this little path part, but I think the mountain's just too steep.
Yeah, you might be.
Also, now he's stuck in like a weird kind of corner here somehow. But as long as it's not hurting him, which is my main concern. All right, let's. Just need to get like right behind him and then really get a good lock on him, and then I can guide him.
There you go. That's looking good.
There we go. There we go.
Duke Trades on. I just rewatched that old Super Replay Showdown where Kyle was playing against Reiner in a Lego RTS on the DS. So there's at least one other RTS I've played.
Did
like
you?
20 minutes of a Lego RTS.
Did you win that showdown?
I'm almost certain I did not.
Yeah, it's like Duke Phase on who won the RTS battle.
Bet it was Reiner.
So maybe if you won, maybe you're better at RTSs than you think you are.
I do not think of.
All right, George and Mildred Ice Cube are happy together again. Look at this freak. Oh, actually, you're bigger too than I thought you were. Don't look that big when we're playing. All right, we're done with this world.
Get out of here, stupid world. Oh wait, no, this is the Banjo-Kazooie theme park.
Yeah, this is kind of for us, so we can't really call it stupid.
Actually, I like that. That's probably my favorite ones. Yeah, Duke Phazon confirms. I did not.
Okay. Well, maybe next time. Oh, these guys. Actually, I should probably do. I forgot the Jinjo stuff. That's how they sound. Maybe.
That was my Jinjo impression.
Jinjo. Oh my god, they still look like Gumby characters.
Yeah. There's this Twitter account I follow that's an automated. It just tweets out like just random screenshots from Gumby shorts, like a few times a day, and they're all horrifying.
Is Gumby one of those kid shows that you realize was probably not actually kid friendly? Because I used to love Gumby when I was like really little.
It's not like the content is fine. Like nothing wrong with Gumby as like a kid's character, but just like the look of the show, it just does not stand up to like just a quick still. You know, it's just like it's just got this horrifying visual style to it.
Yeah, I remember this. I mean, it was claymation, and that was always cool to me. Of like, wow, that's just they made Play-Doh move. That's how do you do that? It's magic. But yeah, it's kind of surprising that Gumby hasn't been rebooted in any way, because you know everything has at some point. Like, there's no, to my knowledge at least, there's no like modern Gumby that I'm aware of.
I guess Aardman, right? Aardman is like the stop animation studio who Wallace and Gromit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but they didn't do Gumby, did they?
No. But
Okay.
I'm saying like they're still out there doing stop
Like,
animation.
Yeah, like they're the last bastion of like claymation.
And Leica as well, which I really like Leica films.
What does Leica do?
Kubo and the Last String.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
Coraline, which is just like just classic. Coraline's never gonna die kind of.
Is Coraline a classic at this point?
Oh yeah, I love Coraline.
Sorry,
That was a classic in the first 5 minutes of seeing that movie in the theater.
I saw it later than most. I probably watched it for the first time like 4 years ago.
I love Coraline.
But I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was much darker than I thought it would be, and I assumed it was kind of dark, but even then you're like, oh, like this is a kid's movie? Like, you know, ostensibly it is, but I don't know if I would show like a young kid this movie.
Well, you would if you want them to grow up to be cool.
Start like trying to sew buttons on animals' eyes. Also, have I not hit the speedometer record? Like, I've been driving at a consistent speed.
Yeah, what is you're trying to go as fast as you can?
Yeah, I thought that's what it said. It was like, because remember we did this before where it's like, hey, just go fast. But you see a little meter on the right. It's not moving, even though it looks like a gas tank now that I'm looking at it. Okay, we're done. Maybe I guess it's, yeah, I did it. He's saying, good job.
Congratulations.
I was confused for the entire thing, but can't argue with the results. All right, now we can leave.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, Marcus. I didn't realize that's what
Oh, crap. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And happy Guardians of the...
Rito 09 called that out in the chat. And I was like, oh, yeah, it is May 5th, isn't it?
Yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. And happy Guardians of the Galaxy Day. That's also out
yeah.
today.
I want to see that.
Yeah. Last one.
Ever?
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, yeah. I mean, at least for some of them. I know Dave Bautista's done after this, so I would assume that this is the last movie.
They could add a couple zeros onto the end of that.
He's been pretty adamant for like at least like 2 years that he was like, yeah, I'm done after this one.
Yeah.
I think it's because he doesn't want to keep getting in shape for the role because he's in his mid-50s now, and that's pretty hard, you know?
Yeah.
Which...
He's got to commit to not wearing a shirt for like, what, 8 months, however long those movies take to make.
Yeah, I respect him not wanting to get to the point where he's like, I don't want Drax to look like a shell of himself at a certain...
I do wonder, though, because it's certainly that James Gunn is done. And not, you know, right, like he...
Is he done with Marvel after this?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess he would be. Right?
He's in charge of DC at this point, right? So, like, he's got to go do his new day job. But I bet. I mean, I'm sure they'll like. I just like have low confidence that like that's it. We'll never see those actors being those characters again. Like they'll probably.
I mean, I think we'll see one or two of them appear in like other things, but I don't think we're getting another Guardians movie.
Yeah, you're probably right. Which is I'm fine with that, by the way. I kind of like that. Now, I haven't seen the third one. But I like that it's the consistency of like the writer and director for the 3 films. Like that's, I appreciate that they were able to pull that off. And you know, I don't know, maybe the third one's, who knows how the third one is. But
yeah, no spoilers. You've seen it.
I am. Do you want to know the reviews? Do you want to know the Rotten Tomato score?
I've seen like
it's
a
game
glimpse.
my wife and I like to play, where it's guess the Rotten Tomato score. For
I think I've seen. I think it's like not bad, but not like amazing. I think it's like a.
So it's
in
got
the 60s, right?
246 reviews. This is.
It's like
Friday,
60s, I want to say. Mid 60s, 70s, maybe?
Higher than that.
70, mid 70s.
Higher than that, Marcus.
Really? Oh, I mean, that's a good sound. 80s?
80 on the dot.
Okay, that's better than I thought. Actually, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that. That's one I'll make the time to see. I think. I don't go see every Marvel movie, but like I like the Guardians movies.
Excited to see what they do with Adam Warlock.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him other than him in the video game.
It's funny because he's kind of like in Infinity Gauntlet, like Infinity War in the comics. Like he is the central protagonist of that story. So watching Infinity War, the movie, which is I think really good, but it's just so different because he's absent from it. But like, yeah, in the comics, he's the one that assembles all the heroes, and it's like, hey, I know what to do. Let's go get Thanos. Yeah, like he drives the plot pretty much.
Infinity, you read that one? I take it.
Yeah, Infinity Gauntlet and then Infinity War. Yeah, he's a cool character. He's really strong. You saw him in the game, right? Because remember he's in the game too.
But he like talks in rhyme in the game. Is that a consistent thing with him, or was it?
Did he talk in rhyme? No, I think he's just really literal.
He talked with alliteration.
Was it alliteration? I just thought he was.
Words would start with the same letter, I think, right?
If they, I mean, maybe I didn't notice that at the time. That'd be kind of cool if it was. Maybe I just didn't pick up on it. I just remember him being very.
Thought it wasn't cool and didn't like it. Kind of obnoxious.
I thought he was just really like I thought they were almost doing like an extreme version of Drax where he was just very literal and proper, you know, in the game. But it's also been a couple years now. Also, I didn't really see what I was supposed to do here, but homeboy's having a heart attack. He like stopped to catch his breath and was holding his chest. It's like, you all right, but am I supposed to be protecting him? I guess.
I guess so.
I mean, wait, where'd he go? Oh, should I be? I guess I gotta protect him. Does he could. Can I just put him in here and just give him a ride? Oh,
oh, where's he going? Well, you gotta get a taxi.
He just got
cab,
the
right?
crap knocked out of him.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that did not go well for him. I'm sorry.
I didn't choose this car.
He's in a hurry for something.
Maybe he's just jogging and he just doesn't want to get a tag. Like he's trying to get fit.
Yeah, you gotta get your gun. You gotta get the claw with a gun.
I'm doing it. I should probably just stay on foot, honestly, because I can't attack with that car. I can run him over, but it's trickier than. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm the worst bodyguard. You all right, buddy?
This is like when I first got Ashley in Resident Evil 4 Remake earlier this year, where I was like, it went bad so quick. I was like, I swear I'm good at this. Leon Kennedy. I hold my gun sideways. I'm very talented.
She's questioning you. She's like, you sure, my father? You're the best of the best?
Yeah, this is who they said? The rookie from Raccoon City?
That's his nickname. All right, we're doing good now. He's a little below health, but
yeah, because you're just trying to keep him alive.
I assume.
We just kind of
wait. He got attacked from behind. Okay, now I gotta have eyes everywhere. I need to be like rotating the camera constantly, I guess. Are we here? Is he good?
You good, dude? You good, bro?
Oh! Oh, he came from like a mile away. Oh, doesn't like... Wait, do I need to do I need to take this egg?
I like this like puzzle that we're trying to solve.
Why is there an egg now? Should I have kept the car? Because I can't summon it now.
I don't think you need that egg, dude. I think that's
He stopped in front of it though, and it's glowing. I don't know.
I mean, I think maybe he was just catching his breath. Look out! Oh, is that it for him?
Oh, I thought it was. I'm afraid. I'm kind of afraid to leave this now, but yeah, it wouldn't fit what I think this mission is if I need it. Oh, now this. Okay. No!
Don't get out of his way, dude. What are you doing? Oh.
Okay, at least I can look at the instructions again.
He finally died.
I should save that replay. What a run that was. Okay, what was that? Call that protection? I'd be better off signing up Jolly Dodger as a. I don't know if that's an insult. I don't know who Jolly Dodger is. I assume they'd be bad.
He's like a pirate dude.
Okay, so yeah, we were right. He's going on a morning jog and he needs protection.
Okay, so you can't use a taxi.
So I can either defend him or attack the grunt. Wait, what? Defend Mr. Fit or attack the grunt bots. The choice of yours. They seem like the same thing, because by attacking the grunt bots, you are defending him.
Man, that's player agency, dude.
Yeah,
that's two different styles. That's two different ways to play. Oh,
Okay.
I just think it's funny. People will be like, "There's so many ways to play." It's like, well, the ways to play are like I can put points into defense or offense. Like that's that's not really radically changing.
Unless you're saying I could take, I mean, and I tried to do this in the last run of like, oh, if I just take the hits for him, but they explode. So if he's still in the vicinity, he gets hit.
Could you make a vehicle that has like a dome in front of it, and then you put the dome over him as he's running?
I don't think I have a dome-shaped object, but that's. I like that. I like the creativity. Are you tired, bro?
No.
Didn't he be like your personal trainer? Like yell at him and he like a whistle? Like this does make riding in a car alongside him does have that personal trainer energy of like screaming at him to keep going while you're just relaxing.
I do feel like that's kind of how this game rewards you to think that way. Though,
Oh,
right? Where it's kind of like,
yeah, like come out some out of the box solution. Yeah.
Like try like sure, just think of something weird. Like you got to get this character from point A to point B. You figure out how to do it. So you always get you kind of see them transporting into reality?
I guess you can't. It's just sometimes they did that off screen, you know? Like in this case they appeared right in front of me, so.
Oh, jeez. Those are the two that, right? You didn't kill them.
Yeah.
Can you?
Because hitting him with the card only like, but they can fly too. I can't do anything with that. They can just jump over me.
Can you? I mean, if we fail this, maybe you do get the claw with a gun, right?
Yeah. See, that's the one. Wait.
Hey, that's a strategy.
How did I fail? He's still alive. He has half of his health. Look.
Like, I don't know.
What happened there? What did?
Because I was gonna say maybe he can only get hit so many times, but he got hit like 8 times last.
And plus, what would be the point of having a health bar if it works like that? It's either one or the other. You know? Okay. Also,
Oh, maybe you ran out of time. I don't know.
I mean, we went a long time. Yeah. Okay. Let's.
You get the gun car.
All
We
right.
have 2 gun cars.
We have the gun car. There it is. Oh, actually,
Is that-
wait, that's the one I built before. Which
Does that one work?
I don't know if I. Oh, actually, no,
think
it
I've
should because
ever
I put ammo on it.
Okay.
All those little squares are ammo.
Why do you have so much
We just
ammo?
didn't-
You really need all that ammo?
Why not?
Good point.
Especially for this mission.
But you haven't driven this one. Though, I don't
No, because the last one it needed to be specialized for the soccer game.
think. Right.
This one is pure. This is just a death machine.
The death,
and it
which
does
would have been
work.
a good alternate name for it.
Yeah. But the next time when we make a deadlier version of it, we'll save it. Oh, just no.
Oh, where did? Oh,
Yeah, see. I hope me running him over doesn't hurt him too.
can you shoot him? That's another good question.
Get away! I will say that this gun, I forget that there's only one cannon on this gun. If this doesn't work, I should add another one, make it a duel.
Yeah. I mean, you certainly got enough ammo.
Oh, I didn't know the trees were destructible.
That's cool.
Oh, God, it's like as if you hit him, it pauses and get away
he has
from him.
to regain his breath.
Like
Hey,
he
what's
can't. Say what?
No, I was going to ask the meter in the top. That's like red, yellow, blue. What is that meter? What is it? What are we supposed to gather?
Is that? I think that's your grade for how well you do. Like a progress bar for grading of like if you get in red, I think it means you'll get like the minimum rewards. But if I stay in the blue, I'll get the best. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
It doesn't
speculating.
seem to be moving, but
Yeah, like I don't think it's a traditional progress bar.
like maybe it like doesn't move because like the idea is right. Like it would stay in the blue for a while, but once you pass the point, it would like suddenly switch to yellow and then suddenly switch to red. Right.
Oh, jeez. I lost control.
Oh no.
Stay away!
It seems like you can't shoot him really, huh?
I guess not. I mean, you can, but I don't think it does damage.
Right.
So I guess I don't need that egg. I guess he just stopped. Oh, psst.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my.
Right
Okay,
now.
well, if I lose, I know where they come from at this point. Oh my god. He's just trying to catch his breath and maybe admire that egg, and they just blindside him. What? They come from behind and.
This is getting tough, man. I mean, I guess it has always started tough. I thought having the gun would sort of solve all your problems.
I mean, it kills them faster, but
guns,
it's more about.
Guns don't solve problems, it turns out.
Yeah, I mean,
Create them.
I need something that can. I just need to have better view of where they're coming from.
I do. I like this that you're like the bodyguard and like you just keep hitting him with your car.
I mean, he needs to stop
like-
getting tired. Really, this would be
Right.
over if he.
I just love it. I just
Oh.
like the fiction of it of being like, I'll protect you, and then it's like, sorry, I hit you with my car like 4 times. You see those pieces that fell off there, Marcus?
Yeah, I just have to get him. For a second, I was worried that the gun fell off, because that would be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
You just hold down RB, or do you have to tap it or something?
I just hold it down, but it's on a cool down a bit. No!
No! Poor Mr. Guy.
Oh, this is. Are we almost done? Oh, and that guy's just hanging out, waiting for his spot. I saw it.
Morning
Where did he come from?
This is so unfair. Like, you cannot...
And the trees are falling. They're blocking the path.
Dude, I got an idea for when you if you have to
Wait,
do
we
this
did
again. He did it. Good job. Hey
Oh
man,
my god.
that was successful. That was a good. That was a good morning jog that only marginally destroyed, parts of the environment. I think it only
Man.
knocked down 4 trees.
This man lives in the Banjo-Kazooie equivalent of Compton. It's
I was
rough.
gonna say, if you need to try it again, you should put guns. Because I'm guessing you can do this. Just have guns like go out in like the cardinal 4 directions. The front, the side, the back.
Oh, just all around.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so like even if you're at one guy who's like in front of you, maybe you don't even realize you're shooting someone on your left. But
Oh
you can-
man, that's a good idea though. We should just make that in general.
yeah, that's
Just
what
because
the
we can.
gun car, that's what the gun car should be. It should be a car with 360-degree.
It should just be a gun with wheels. It's
That's
more
right.
it's more gun than car.
more gun than car. Car is the secondary element of this creation.
See, we're so caught up on whether or not we could. We're not even thinking about whether or not we should.
We were so wrapped up in whether we could, we didn't think about how fast can we make this.
Like how many guns can we put on this? All right, we're gonna go.
in Jurassic Park when Hammond was like, "How many guns can we put in the hands of these T-Rexes?"
He was trying to genetically engineer so they would have maybe slightly bigger hands so they could hold a gun.
Oh, God, that's kind of what Jurassic World feels like.
I mean, that
What
first
if we
movie
made
they
this thing
had.
more dangerous? Why don't we give it a
What if he
gun?
basically made like a magical creature? Like, I just think that's like just this absurdly intelligent, just like OP, like it's just a mythical beast at that point.
It's just called OP something or other.
Opiosaurus.
That's the thing that drives me crazy. Like that
Where's the-
baseline annoyance of Jurassic World is like the fun thing about Jurassic Park is that these creatures did exist. Like that's what's fun is that these are real creatures that walked the earth at one point. And like, what does that mean? There's a fun horror movie there, but also what does that mean from a moral perspective of bringing back these creatures to life? And then like Jurassic World, it's like, we're just gonna make one from scratch, kind of. It's just like we're gonna invent an animal. It's like, no, that's just
Like
a
these,
monster movie.
the myriad of dinosaur species aren't good enough.
I
But
know,
that was
it's
the
like-
plot of that was the reason they did it. 'Cause remember the whole premise was like, oh, business is down because people are bored of dinosaurs, and it's like, what? Like
That's
what?
not true.
What universe? Like, would human beings be bored of dinosaurs?
But that's it. It's like if they want that, like creating a threat, right? It's like, oh, we've made a dinosaur so extreme that it's like that's just a monster movie. The fun thing about Jurassic Park is that they're real creatures that once existed.
And also, I never understood why they made it so OP. Because it was like, okay, we need a new dinosaur that's gonna be, it's gonna bring in more guests. It's an attraction. But it's like, but why does it need to be like? Basically like a SEAL Team 6 member as a dinosaur just to get people to buy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you made this thing, you gave it features of like, oh, it can like detect like heat signatures or whatever, or it can like hide from it. And it's like, why does it need to be invisible to heat radar? What would, you know what I mean? Like, how does
Yeah.
that serve the purpose of it just being an attraction. That just makes it harder for you guys to keep track of it.
It's like if I went to a zoo and they were like, we genetically engineered this elephant to have heat vision. I'm like, well, it still looks like an elephant to me.
Yeah, like I'm not going to engage at this beyond staring at it.
Yes.
So you're like, and like the only way to show this off would be to throw like a victim in there to have it murder them. I need a fast car for this, so we're gonna go back to our racer here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate of like, we did this to serve what we want to do in the movie, and even if it doesn't make sense, we want a killer dinosaur that humans are gonna have a hard time taking down, so we got to give it all the powers.
Yeah. It's not great.
But also, couldn't it not see? Like, wasn't it the one like downside is like it can't see very well? Like it was almost like a T-Rex kinda.
You know what would be a better, yeah, you know, actually, I don't, no, I think I could see.
I thought there were points in the movie where they were like hiding and staying still like super close to it and it could not find them, which I also thought was weird of like, wait, you guys made this OP dinosaur, but it can't like see basically, and it's like right in front of it. Like, or like have at least a powerful sense of smell to be like, oh, that wouldn't work. It would just, it knows you're there.
Go left, dude. You were supposed to go left, I think.
Oh, I thought that was a shortcut.
Oh, maybe? Oh, maybe.
It's not telling me to go back.
Oh, yep. Trusted Marcus. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I played Mario Kart. I know the shortcuts. You gotta drop down to the second level in Rainbow Road and you'll get quite a lead.
You know what I would do if I was in charge of Jurassic World and we needed to come up with a new creature to bring in people? You don't go the dangerous route. You go the polar opposite. You make the sweetest, friendliest dinosaur in the world that people can walk up to and engage with and ride and pet.
You make Arlo from The Good Dinosaur.
You make Arlo.
Like, cute sells. Nobody wants a thing they're afraid of.
Yeah, I mean, would you go? It's like, all right, I want to go to Jurassic World for my vacation. Would you rather see the most dangerous creature that's ever existed, or would you rather ride a friendly brontosaurus? It's like,
right?
I'm gonna go the second one.
They should be trying to make the dinosaurs talk. They're already giving it superpowers already. If you can make a dinosaur that can have a conversation, like you give it some parrot DNA too, on top of the frog DNA.
By the way, I thought you were like way ahead of this guy.
I was, and I miscalculated at one of the turns. But I mean, I'm on him. It's not a foregone conclusion. Although, okay, now it is because that last turn really messed me up.
You can still.
Nope,
you can still make it.
It's finished. I got caught. It's weird because sometimes when you try to like ram them, you kind of get caught in their cart, and then you end up kind of screwing yourself over. Like it doesn't, and I think because their cart's bigger too, it doesn't really. It's not gonna move them, but it's gonna throw me off course. Also, I kind of like their cart. I like how big it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of this like sort of triangle aesthetic to these things since they put the little corner pieces on.
Yeah. Triangles are really making a comeback in 2008. This is the year of the triangle. Now, being a Floridian, the Bermuda Triangle is kind of our claim to fame.
Is that near you guys?
One of the tips is like in the Florida Keys. Like it's kind of starts there. Yeah.
Have you know anyone who went there and never returned?
What a question. No.
Yes, my parents.
Do you know someone that was lost at sea forever?
Yeah, you know, just lost at sea for the rest of the time.
Or was in an airplane and just flew into the abyss? I used to be so fascinated with them as a kid. I just thought it was the coolest and also kind of scariest thing when I learned about it. And I was like, there was a period where I would go out of my way to try to read stuff about the Bermuda Triangle. Because I was just trying to like figure out like what's going on, you know?
And it's because you grew up in Florida, so was it kind of on your mind, kind of like you were sort of close to it? Or?
I probably watched I think I watched like a documentary on TV about it. Because I don't think they taught us in school, but I think I just saw something on TV and was like, what? That's a thing?
So that your geography wasn't a factor.
No. I mean, when I found out, it definitely made it like maybe creepier because you're like, oh, it's not terribly far from where I am. You know,
it feels more real.
Yeah. Like
what is the deal with the Bermuda Triangle? It's just a place that a lot of ships have disappeared in.
Like ships and aircraft have just vanished without explanation.
But like not in the last like.
I don't know if it's happened in a while, or if it's just not reported on as much. But I don't. I can't remember the last time like it's happened. I would assume if it has happened recently, it just doesn't get reported that much, you know?
I mean, like if you're a professional pilot, like doing international flights and stuff, do you think you were like you actively avoid it out of superstition?
I used to wonder that as a kid, of like, oh, if you're on a commercial airline and you need to fly that direction, do they go out of their way to like not do that? Like if you're flying
Like,
across the Atlantic? Or,
yeah, is it like the 13th floor in a hotel, you know?
or has technology become so advanced where like GPS is so good, they're like, no, that's stupid. This is the quickest route. We're fine. And people, I mean, certainly people have sailed through it and been fine. Like, it's not like nobody goes there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's Lazarus Orange says the Bermuda Triangle was drawing too much attention to itself, so it's laying low.
Letting every, you know, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. So, and it does have the nickname of the Devil's Triangle.
That's what I call Ganondorf's Triforce of Power. Is his what he has?
The
I
Devil's
call myself a Zelda fan. Don't even know what.
like questioning as you bring it up. You remember the
More, I think, right?
No, you're right. He has the power Triforce.
Wisdom, power, and what's the other one?
Having
a good time, I think, right? Wisdom, power, having a good time?
Yes.
Courage. There we go. So
Are
Link
those
is
really the three all you need to be like a person? Are those three things? I feel like things are
You
missing.
need like a circulatory system.
Like wisdom, power, and like what about like compassion? Or does that fall under the wisdom umbrella?
That would be wisdom.
Because
Now
like
the question is, pop quiz, Marcus. Which one is which on the Triforce?
ooh,
Because
I feel like I used to know this. The I guess the one on the bottom left. All right, do you know? Because I'm gonna guess.
Yes, I have it pulled up. Yeah, I do not know this off the top of my head. To be clear.
Okay.
I just was looking it up.
I'm gonna say the top is wisdom. I'm gonna say bottom left is power, and bottom right is courage. This is just off the top of my head.
You got the bottom right, correct. So there you go.
Okay.
Top is power.
Really?
Yeah, you think you'd want, on the pyramid, if you're doing like a human pyramid, you gotta get the power on the bottom.
Well, my reasoning was because Zelda usually has the wisdom one, and the series
Yeah.
is named after her, and she kind of drives the plot that her Triforce would be on top, you know?
Yeah. No, bottom left for wisdom, bottom right for courage, power on top.
Bottom left.
Get out of here with that.
Come on, we're doing Zelda dirty. That's like being in like a Voltron mech and you have to be one of the legs. Nobody wants to be the legs. You want to be the head or the arms. Nobody wants to have to do like 90% of the walking and
God, I think it was Teen Titans Go has a whole bit about
They
that,
did. They
where-
have a whole
right?
episode about
Yes,
that-
don't Robin and Cyborg like both try to be the head or something?
Yeah, I think Robin wants to be the head because he's the leader, but it's Cyborg's robot. So he's like, well, I'm the one that knows how to use it, so I'm the head, and he gets stuck with the leg. And
What
he's
a
just
great show.
that show gets hate. I think that show's great, you know.
no.
And I love the original Teen Titans, but Teen Titans Go it succeeds at being the thing that it's trying to be.
No, Teen Titans Go is great. My kid sort of fell in love with it, and I remember watching like one episode over her shoulder and being like, "This is stupid. This is something my kid watched." And then you watch it for a while, like you give it a couple episodes, and it doesn't take long to be like, "This is the best animated comedy in decades."
Especially because of how self-aware it is and aware of the people that don't like it and just like
Yes,
takes
yeah.
shots at them. But also it is very self-deprecating too.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I still have to see the movie, and I've heard the movie's
Oh, you
good.
haven't seen the movie?
No, I still haven't
love-
seen
the
it.
movie's so good.
I hear it's really good. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
sit
no,
down
that
and
was-
watch it.
That
It's
was
on-
like a big. We were very excited for that movie in my household. That was like we were there day one,
Oh, nice.
and like took friends to go see it. I really genuinely love that movie.
I've seen a lot of the like
Very funny.
TV specials that they've done.
Mm.
But yeah, I gotta watch that movie. Also, look at
Yeah,
this.
highly recommend Teen Titans Go. It's very good. It's a parody of the sort of superhero movie genre that's become so prevalent these days. Like, it just makes fun of the whole, Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC as well. Not everyone's
And that's also
open
like
to
the show is so good about just making fun of DC as a whole.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of great deep cuts. Like if you're like a hardcore DC fan, like Teen Titans Go has some great like deep cut jokes.
Yes. Like they'll have episodes about all the different Batmen and all the actors that have played all the Batmen.
Oh yeah. They have like a shot of a dumpster that has like it's just like a bunch of Easter eggs from all the Batman movies, and you just want to pause it and look in and be like, oh my god, that's the Batarang from like Batman Forever and stuff. And also, I got my car stuck.
Yeah, what's going on with your car here?
I think I got it in like the perfect position to be stuck.
Oh no! And you can't physically push it. Like you can't have Banjo like walk into it or something.
I don't.
I love that you got stuck next to the gate. That just makes it even better somehow. There you go. That's perfect.
There we go. I lost a few coconut. Wait, am I still? There we go. All right.
One of my favorite background jokes, not to keep just going on Teen Titans Go. You know, when Batman Begins, there's the scene where he's holding the detective like in the alleyway, and he's like, "It's all I know. I swear to God."
Right.
And
Like,
Batman
swear
goes,
to me.
Swear to me. You know, like everyone knows that line. There's a, it's a poster. It's not called attention to at all. There's a poster in the background of one episode at like a library, and it's like Batman like holding a book, and it says "Swear to read." And he's got this like the angry Batman Begins face. Swear to read. I was like, oh my god, I want to get that poster printed out, put it on my wall.
That's pretty good. Also, for those wondering why I was driving like a drunk person, I got the front and the back of the cart confused. Where I thought I was facing the camera this way because I thought this was the front, because just the long part. Because the way that our default cart is like that too, and I kept wondering why I was going in reverse every time I hit forward. I was like, what? Like, is this? Did they change the controls? But no, you got to aim it this way, which makes sense because Banjo's facing this way. But I didn't notice Banjo there, so
yeah,
I'm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, basically that's a long way of saying I'm an idiot.
No, they're the idiots for putting the driver's seats there. Although I guess practically it makes sense. If you were really to drive that vehicle, you wouldn't want to be in front like that.
No, probably not. I've brought a good amount of coconuts though.
Yeah, how many you got to do?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do a bunch. They just said get as many as you can. So I guess until we can't anymore. Are you
Forever Gaming says Marcus drunk confirmed.
This is the closest you'll ever see it. You a coconut guy, Kyle?
It depends. Sometimes I really like it.
Would you eat a whole just fresh coconut? Like if you crack one of these open, you down for that?
Can you even do that? You have to like scrape off the insides, right? Isn't that what it is?
I mean, by and large, yeah. But I mean, you can just crack it open and just eat it.
Yeah, I've never done that. I bought a coconut once, like a big like head, size.
Was it one of the big green ones?
No. It was like a furry brown one. Like it was at the grocery store, and I was just like, I just want to like experience trying to open a coconut once in my life, right? Like it's like that was kind of why I bought it.
Right.
And I don't think I ever got it open because I tried like a steak knife, and then I tried like a big cooking knife, and it was like chopping at it, and eventually I took it outside and started hammering it away at it with a hammer, and I couldn't do it. I could not get. If I remember correctly, I don't think I ever got it open.
Oh. Do you still have it? Do you still have it to this day? It's just sitting.
That was a short 12 years ago, and it's still sitting in my kitchen.
Yeah, they got a good shelf life, coconuts. I would say like living in Florida, which is in the tropics, coconuts are abundant, and you find
lousy with coconuts over there probably.
Oh, we are drowning in coconuts.
We need help, please.
But like you often see people selling them like on the side of the road, or you get the stands where you can buy coconut drinks. Like people crack them open and put the straw in, and you just walk around with a big coconut and drink the water, which is pretty.
I should try that.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It's good for you. Healthy too.
Singmaster says they think that I got quiet again, but it's not like you've changed any settings. Maybe I'm just not speaking up.
Yes, put some bass in your voice. Yeah, nothing's changed.
No. Let us know in the chat. Can you turn it up anymore, or is it maxed out?
No, I can.
Okay. Well, let us know in the chat if Marcus needs to turn it up.
I want to make you too loud if
Yeah. Holly Spice Wolf gifting a tub to a sub, not a tub.
Oh my God.
Just a tub.
Holly Spice Wolf giving out furniture and a
bathtub.
blind. Okay, it's Bed Bath and Beyond
Dan.
over there.
Gave it to Dan. Dan Snacks.
Thanks. Feel free to send me a tub. A hot tub would be nice.
You got room for that? And your coconut, and your apartment slowly filling with coconut, your house slowly filling with coconuts?
It is a daily struggle of mine.
We're still collecting coconuts, aren't we?
I got to get a certain number to get, because I didn't get the Jiggy last time.
Oh, so
Yeah, I got the note, but
you can probably put a ton in there, I bet, huh?
yeah. These other interactable things get in the way, but how many do I have in there? I can't even tell. Like 6, maybe?
4? Yeah,
No, it's
You
definitely.
keep going, though.
I mean, if I can only make one trip, but I think it's also like how many can I get within like a short time limit. So I think I might take what I got, because I got a nice. That's a pretty nice haul right there.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a Florida haul right there. We're gonna set up a stand outside of the nearest like gas station. Start selling coconuts. It's gonna be next to the guy that set up his barbecue pit, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm selling ribs next to 7-Eleven." I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I
bet those are
can't.
some of the best ribs you've ever had, though.
Every time I drive by and see it, I think that. I don't think I've ever indulged in like a gas station barbecue or like a convenience store barbecue. Have you ever done that?
Oh man, maybe because I grew up in the South, and that it was a thing.
It always smells good. You go by, you're like, oh, I should get that.
Like there will be occasions where they'll be like, yeah, no, the best barbecue in town is like next to that gas station on the corner. It's like, really?
The guy, it makes it special. Like the guy's not always there,
Yeah.
but when he shows
The
up,
hours are an emoji of someone shrugging their shoulders.
just whenever he's bored at home and feels like cooking for people, he shows up.
But I remember there was a gas station that had like a full like restaurant seat in it, and they sold fried chicken. And I know I ate that once. And I was like one of those things. Like, yeah, that's pretty good actually.
I had some friends in town a few months ago, and we went to a like an anime store, and then outside of it was a food truck, which we get a lot of food trucks around here.
Yeah.
But there was one selling like Brazilian burgers, because there's actually a pretty big Brazilian community where I live.
What's a Brazilian burger? Like, what's on a Brazilian burger? What makes it Brazilian?
A lot of potato crisp.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, like they're really big on potato crisp. Some of them have oh god, I forget the name of the cheese that they use, but they put it on their pizza too. There's a Brazilian pizza place near me too. But it was delicious, and egg is a big thing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like the beef, pretty standard beef patty.
Yeah. Same.
That sounds awesome.
But I tried it, and yeah, it was amazing. Wait, what? No
you still
Jiggy.
didn't get the Jiggy? Are we doing something wrong?
What do you want from me?
This is your best time.
It was. I mean, I don't know.
Does it-
Maybe wasn't.
Does it tell you?
It says bear
If you-
finished just in time. No big prize though. Must do better. Klungo not make rules. What do you want from me?
Klungo not make rules.
What do you want from me, Klungo? Okay, let's see.
But does he say like how many you need? Grunt bots have attacked the origin eater and coconut crabs. Save the harvest, and Klungos hide by bringing enough coconuts back to the hopper in the farmyard.
What is enough?
I don't know.
Am I just not bringing enough? Am I bringing like too little? Is that?
Maybe like just fill up the try to get every coconut in there. Like try to get them all in
Yeah.
one trip.
Yeah, let's try it. We are cuckoo for coconuts.
Is it the mission? Is that what it's called?
No, but it should be.
You're right.
Yeah. Just offering an alternative. There we go.
I like how the part of the mission is, yeah, just bust through the door. A couple of times you've gotten like rocks in there by accident.
Yeah. Again, they have some other things in here.
But I don't
Yeah,
know if that's taking up too much. Wait.
You don't think the
I just
coconuts are a problem, are they? Like if they detract from my score, if they get sucked up too.
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm just saying, like the one rock in there like takes the place of like 3 coconuts. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
based on-
I'm trying to actively avoid picking up rocks,
Yeah.
but a couple have slipped in. But I didn't think it mattered, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Other than just like having more room for coconuts.
So I need to probably get rid of these guys.
I was about to say, do you need to kill them too? Is that part of the mission? Maybe.
I think they're just meant to be just a hindrance.
Right.
But they'd be better if they didn't exist, you know? So we're gonna take care of them. All right, we got a nice pile going here.
I like that as like a threat. Like that's something a hero should say to a villain in a movie. You're like, look, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just saying like it would be better if you weren't around.
Yeah, like if you did not exist at all, my life would be easier.
My day would be going better.
Is that what a bad parent says to their child every morning?
Oh, God. That makes my heart hurt. Someone might be doing that.
All right, have a good day at school. Remember, my life would be better if you didn't exist.
I could watch whatever TV show I want.
Okay. This better be good. Like, I'm still gonna get these other ones, but this has to be.
Yeah.
This has to be.
God, man.
Klungo, what more do you want?
He wants enough. What does that mean?
Now,
what does that mean? Give me a number.
Yeah, right. You don't go like when you go grocery shopping with like your spouse, and they're like, "Oh, can you get me some of this?" And like, "How much you need?" Enough. Like, what does that mean? Like, how much bread do you need? Enough.
And they just stare at you and say, "Enough."
You know how much I need. Like, do I?
All right. Are there more? Like, let's.
There's one more.
There's two more. It looks like there's one more in that corner that you just came from.
Yeah.
They kind of look like they.
Kind of hoping, trying to make sure they don't spill over like this one. All right. Yeah, because now we're starting. Now we're starting to get. Oh, and now I'm grabbing the ones. Stop grabbing the ones that are in there.
No. No.
Okay. If I can just get this last, I kind of want to put in the front. I can't control where they land, by the way. If people are asking, why doesn't he?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah, it's kind of like you kind of have to finagle it, but I can't like precisely place them in the cart. You know.
That's probably about it, right? Okay.
Also, I'm afraid of overflowing it because it's like, are they just gonna go all tumbling the moment I hit like a pebble?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably about the best you're gonna be able to do. I would think, right?
But Klungo. Kyle, Klungo, he needs enough.
Klungo's needs enough.
If I bring...
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, there's two. Oh, there's three. Oh, no. Okay, I mean, I physically can't fit anymore.
Yeah.
If we gotta... Oh, and now I'm doing a thing where I think I reversed the orientation of the car. And and I just lost another one.
Let's just go with that, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah. Oh, he's uphill. Please don't fall out. Please don't fall out.
Ghoul Dude in the chat,
Ah!
the first time for that, mentions there are a couple of gadgets that help with this. LOL. There's a vacuum.
Wait, a vacuum?
Like we could add a vacuum to the vehicle.
Do we have a vacuum part? Can I just put this in the...
Oh, it
you
has
can't...
to be in the car. It looks
There
like.
we go. Yes?
Oh, okay.
No!
Seriously?
Still not on... I think you gotta get all of them. I think.
Duke Vason says you need to build a bigger car.
I'm just using the one they gave me, but let me see if I have a... If there's a vacuum that just sucks them up and then puts them in the cart, that would
be nice.
Okay, I can't...
Make it faster.
Okay, I can't customize it, like, in the traditional sense.
Oh, you can't?
But I think I would have to do the thing where you customize it, like, on the fly, like we did with the race last time.
Right. Oh, where, like, the second it starts.
Yeah. I'm watching the full thing again. Bear fetch nuts back to coconut. Must bring in target number. What is the target number, though?
That's the detail that we need.
Just give me a number, Klungo. That's all I need. Stop being vague. I need this Jiggy. I mean, I probably don't. There's probably plenty of Jiggies in this game, but I don't know that though.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's mess around real quick. Now I gotta remember how to do this on the fly. Because I think of this, I think I can only add and subtract like with the existing parts. I don't think I can just add brand new parts to it in this mode. You know what I mean? Like I can take things away or rearrange stuff, but I can't just like, oh, I'm gonna add a vacuum. I have to do that at the workshop. Yeah. God, I hate that. I keep getting it. I keep thinking that's the front, and it's not. What is the target number?
I can look it up, I guess, right?
I don't know the name of the mission though.
I mean, I could probably find it though. Was it Cluggo? I mean, if you want. Is that right, Cluggo? Is that
I think it's Clungo. Like there's an N. Clungo.
Like,
Yeah.
I can just Google Clungo.
Cluggo.
Mission or something. Do you want me to do that, Marcus, or you want to keep trying?
Let me try one more time.
Okay.
Please drop that. Thank you. So I'm thinking. I'm thinking I just got to get all of them, but I also have to do it in the time, like, because I only had enough time to make the one trip the last time. So if I bring half and then half, like 2 trips where I bring half of the coconuts.
Yeah. Oh, should we count them?
It's too late for that, but we could.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
would that be
for next
like,
time.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm approaching what I think might be half of the coconuts here. So I'm gonna take this. All right, because then it also won't fall over. I'm driving backwards, I know, but plenty of ways to do the job. Bears settle on one. Wait, what was that? You see, Clungo was like backseat, like I don't know what you call it. Is that like a snide remark of like, oh, you doing it that way, huh?
Okay, hold on. People are saying stuff in the chat that I was ignoring. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay.
The timer went down to okay, 14. Is that what they're saying? It's on top. Oh, right. Is that what that means? Or is that 14? That's how many.
Oh, is that what the Jiggy? Oh, you know, I didn't even notice that really until now.
So that okay.
So I just need 3 more.
That's not how many Jiggies we have, right? Like.
No, because that would be useless information.
Guess so. And if you get 11, then you get. What do you get? A banjo head? I don't know what's that.
Get more banjo, extra. I don't know. All right, but I should have 14 then. All right, hold on. I gotta turn around.
You think so?
Yeah, I was counting.
Oh, good.
So I have like 4 in here. Excuse me.
And you think you did like 10 last time?
Why, if it's saying I did 11, if that's what the banjo head means, you know what I mean? Okay, that should be good. Yes. Okay. There it is.
Okay.
The answer. Right. So I guess the Jiggy was the counter this whole time. We just didn't notice or connect that dot because.
Sorry, everyone. Duke on beating down Brian. They were all calling it out, and then beating down Brian was like tagging Game Informer. Was like, "Can you please look at this?" Oh, sorry, everybody.
That must have been so frustrating for you guys.
What a fun stream to watch, where you're shouting the solution. Okay.
The very clearly indicated solution. Well, I mean, in our defense, they should have put a picture of a coconut instead of a Jiggy.
Yeah,
I would have
so.
Connected the dots better. That's my excuse. We have one more Jiggy to get in this world, and then we can leave it forever and forget everything that we just did. Oh boy.
So it's weird. You jump around to these different levels, and it gives you like, what, 3 missions at a time or something like that. Like we'll leave here and come back again later. Maybe is that kind of how it's been working? I
think you could come back for like music notes, but I don't think they add new Jiggies to them.
But didn't we get a bunch of Jiggies in here and then leave?
Oh, I mean, there's different acts for each world, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're all in the same world. But it's like, oh, here's Act 2, but it's got a new set of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like it's not like Act 2 is gonna repopulate with more, and you got to do Act 2 again.
Right.
Squadron leader Bottles at your service. How about training to become a cool fly guy like myself? The profession of champions. Next time I see a pilot at the airport, I'm gonna call him a cool fly guy.
Duke Faison says, it seems like Kyle is doing homework while Marcus is playing. I think that's because I'm looking down at my laptop where I'm watching the stream. So
Are
what
you?
I'm gonna do,
So you're doing your trigonometry homework right now?
That's right. My trigonometry homework.
You look like a trig guy.
I'm gonna put the stream here at a better angle. So now I'm looking up to watch the stream, right? Doesn't that
Okay.
improve things? Although I do have to
Gotta put your book report down. Talking about the Scarlet Letter.
hold the chat up here.
We all read the Scarlet Letter in high school, right? It's like one of the it's one of the high school books.
I think so. Gosh.
It's like that, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Gatsby, the classics. You know, everyone reads them in school. Oh, we're flying for the first time.
Oh, here we go.
Oh man, I want to make a flying machine. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm flying. Maybe this is just another like, hey, just go fast and good enough. Okay, I see an objective now. Okay, this is just the flying version of these.
Smell the air. Nothing like it.
Man,
I like
because
how the backgrounds are like, they look like giant screens, I guess.
oh yeah,
Right?
I know they totally are. Yeah.
That's cool.
Man, Kazooie's really useless in this game, huh?
She's just there to kind of complain.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, I guess maybe she's in the right because I was like, we got a plane. Why do I need you to fly me around? You know, we can make a better version of you. Which is again, you should always something parents should tell their kids. We can make a better version of you.
Yeah, right.
That's what you say when you announce that your kid's gonna have a sibling. Like, hey, we made a better version of you.
We're working on the update.
Is that essentially what siblings are? Like a firmware update?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't see a new objective.
So,
What do they want me to do?
excuse me, I got hit with a yawn. So you have to like gain speed downward and then you pull back up into a loop, I guess.
Oh, is that what he just asked me? Okay.
I think, yeah. So I think just get some
Alright.
speed by sort of nose diving and then pull up.
I might be too close to this volcano, but oh, look at that!
Did that work? Okay,
It did.
There we go.
You saw how close it was. Wait, am I falling?
Uh-oh.
I'm not doing
The
it.
engine. Turn on
I
the
think I'm
engine.
stalling. Oh, okay.
Turn on the engine. Oh wait, I think you did it, man. Look at that.
Oh my gosh! I thought that was a cutscene. I was like, am I supposed to
Bro,
crash
move
here?
right
Yeah,
there.
there you go. Top Gun, Maverick, right? It's just,
So now you gotta. I think it said you gotta knock a coconut out of a tree.
using a plane to do that is excessive, but but that is how we do it here. We fly planes right into trees to get the coconuts down.
Lazarus Orange says pilot wings. It does have weirdly pilot wing vibes.
All
Fly
right.
close down to the coconut crates and dislodge those nuts.
Punch the nuts? Is that what you just said?
Dislodge.
Oh, I was like,
I guess you just gotta knock some off the platform. Well, that's that works.
Okay. I guess so.
Kind of fall on top of it and then.
Is this it? This is just this right here. Is this what you want?
Oh, yes, bullseye. That was all right. That's a generous definition of the word bullseye, but here we go.
All right, this is gonna be like Top Gun on NES. We got to do the landing.
I don't think I ever played Top Gun on NES.
Landing in that game's notoriously difficult.
I mean, it was in Pilot Wings too.
There we go. Landing a plane is hard. Are you like this, Kyle, where every time I fly and we're about to land, I have to be able to see that we're landing? Like, I need the window open to sort of like judge it, because I don't like it to be a surprise.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Because
mind
then I'm
that.
gonna think we hit something.
Yeah.
If we're suddenly like falling and then boom, 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 boom. Like, I need to like see the progression and see us hitting the runway. And there have been and I've been really good about that. Like, I've been lucky enough most flights where somebody has their window open nearby and I can watch. But there have been a couple where nobody does that, and I have to kind of like in my mind get ready for it. I'm like, is it now? Is it now? Is it now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't.
I can see that. I'm usually okay with it, but I totally see what you're saying. I could totally see that.
Also, we're putting a gun
Putting a gun.
on the.
The
Now-
old
there
gun
we
on
go.
the airplane trick.
There we go. Red Baron. Whoops, don't want to do that.
Colored like Kazoo, right? That's what they're called.
Well, I mean, Kazooie's orange and this is red, so.
See, now that's. How do I put a poll in Twitch? Because I always thought Kazooie was red, but you're saying
What? Kazooie's clearly orange. I mean, she has like some red feathers, but like 90% of her is like orange and yellow.
she's mostly red. What are you talking about?
You can see her head sticking out right.
Yellow.
You see her head sticking out right now. It's orange.
She's got orange tips.
No, she has yellow tips. Are you kidding? Am I insane? Everyone, Kazooie is orange.
Red. I think she's red. How do I do a poll on Twitch?
This plane is red. And oh wow, we're gonna fly into the side of this wall because the mission ended. Wait, I didn't get a jiggy for that?
You can get a jiggy for what's going on.
Did I do it too fast or not fast enough? I guess. Oh god, do I have to look at the upper left corner again for the?
How to use polls? Let's see.
See. So I got to do everything I did, but better. Well, real quick, look at wait, Kazooie, get out here. Can you stay out for like a second, Kazooie? You see, it's orange, and with some like yellow highlights.
It looks a little orange there. Why am I struggling so much? I just want to do a poll. How do I
Also-
do this?
Oh, you're on your own on that, but
When a poll is created, a medal will be displayed. And the winner. How do I create a poll?
middle.
Creating polls. Let's see. Polls can be created from the dashboard.
Oh, look at this. This is a good shot.
I gotta figure out how to get to the dashboard.
Let's just really look at Kazooie here for a second.
She does look pretty orange there.
Like she's a. I mean, Kazooie could be a phoenix, honestly.
All right, creator dashboard. All right, quick actions. Clip that. Oh, that's cool. Manage poll. Okay, polls are great. Oh, you hear this, Marcus? Polls are a great way to interact with your viewers. Ask them questions, interact with their feedback. Okay, cool.
I don't believe it. I need proof.
How red is Kazooie? No, I'm just kidding.
On a scale of
How-
red to crimson.
Red. Should I just do red and orange?
Sure, yeah. Is Kazooie red or orange?
What color is Kazooie? And the options are red and orange. Okay. Duration, we'll do 2 minutes.
We'll see.
Start poll.
We'll get to find out who's colorblind in the chat. But I mean, come on.
How does this work? It shows up in the chat?
Yeah, it should be like at the top of the chat.
Okay, yeah, there we go. This is cool. I'll have to do this more.
Yeah, can
What
we
color
do
is
that? Just really soak in Kazooie here for a second. Like, you see how she looks like she's like the Human Torch because of how orange she is.
Look, so one person voted red. I'm not sure who.
I think they're trolling or they're colorblind. I'm just saying. Look at.
I voted red because I really thought she was red.
You're really
and-
doubling down. Wait, you
on the N64 version. Maybe I'm thinking of.
wait. You see that she's orange, but you still voted red? Like you're doubling down?
Well, I'm thinking of like the front of the N64 box.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
like she's red.
This is technically the most recent Kazooie, so this is the latest iteration of Kazooie. So as it stands now, as of 2008, she's orange.
Look, it's 6-1 right now, Marcus.
We couldn't render the N64 could not render the color orange back then. Like mixing red and yellow together was it would have the machine would have caught fire if it tried to do that.
Man, I guess she is orange. I don't know.
I guess she's orange, but she clearly
Well, even
is.
the logo is red and blue, and Banjo has the blue backpack. So I guess I also always
I mean,
associated.
Blue and orange goes together better than red and blue.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Complementary
losing a lot of
colors
ground-
and stuff.
Losing a lot of ground here. I feel like
Yeah,
7-1.
it's okay. You guys can troll if you want. I'll send everyone a color wheel after this stream.
No, we covered color wheels while we were playing Dino Crisis. Remember?
That's never again. Right.
We're all until we play Dino Crisis 2. All right, here we go. Look at this. I don't know where Duke Faison's getting this data from. They could have totally just made this up and put quotes around it to make it look official. But it says, Kazooie is a red-crested breagle who often stands in a hunched-over position. A rather large bird, Kazooie is almost entirely red in color, with yellow accentuating the tip of her wings and tail, the plumage of her head and chest. I googled, is Kazooie red or orange? Is what Duke Faison
Well, I mean, you might be right. I don't remember off the top of my head what the box art looked like for Banjo-Kazooie, like on N64. So maybe she used to be red, but with the power of the Xbox 360, they're like, oh, we can mix colors and blend them.
We can finally make her the orange.
Yeah, we always... Technology can allow us to deliver the color that we intended from the beginning.
I should do another poll that's... what color is Kazooie on the box?
You could just Google image that.
I know.
Actually, can you real quick? Like, is she red on the box? Because I really don't remember.
Is there an easy way? What do you have? What kind of?
Just Google image Banjo-Kazooie N64 box art.
I know I can do that, but that doesn't let you see it. I went to Google.
I mean, I'll trust your word. You wouldn't lie to me, right?
Oh my God, she's so red, Marcus. It's insane.
I mean, if she is, I would believe that. That would explain why everyone seems convinced that she's red. Because maybe she was at one point.
Genuinely, I feel like she looks more red in the original game, but in this,
right,
she does look more red.
Like I can, yeah, like in the original, I can make that concede. I'm speaking as of nuts and bolts and Smash Brothers, because Smash Brothers is kind of the nuts and bolts model. She's orange too in there.
You know, I could go grab the amiibo and see what color.
Oh yeah, I forgot they made an amiibo for them, but I guess they did all the Smash Fighters. And also, I did that coconut thing.
I don't
way
buy all
quicker.
the amiibos or anything. I like amiibo, but like I do always get the ones that are kind of obscure and interesting.
Right. It's like, where else am I going to get a Banjo-Kazooie figure?
Yeah. And like Cloud. I'm not even the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan, but I wanted Cloud and Sephiroth, and I tracked down Snake. You know, I wanted like all those kind of funky ones.
Right. Color is Trico while we're at it.
Khaki.
Oh, wait. I forgot these boxes. What do you want me to do with these?
Oh, you shoot them. Oh, is that what happened last time? Were you supposed to shoot them?
Oh no, that's where I got the gun parts from. This is a disaster. But I managed to add them to the plane as I was tumbling over that cliff. So in a way, it's cooler. That should be extra points, honestly. We're still making good times. That coconut part I did instantly, and that took a while last time.
That's right. Probably. Oh, there was a Bayonetta.
Yeah, they did amiibos for both Bayonettas, right? Did they have one for 1 and 2 Bayonetta, or was it just 2?
Well, I think it was just for Bayonetta and Smash Brothers, right?
Well, I mean, like for her costume, was it? Because I know the default is her Bayonetta 2 costume in Smash Brothers, but didn't they make an amiibo? And I got the Jiggy. Excuse me.
Oh, you're right.
Her Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, there are 2 Bayonetta amiibos, huh?
I would buy a Cereza amiibo from like Cereza and the Lost Demon, like little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially if it was like if you can make that art style, but like as a figurine, I would like that.
They've slowed down a lot on it. I guess it's just not a hugely lucrative endeavor for them. But I wish like every new Nintendo game got an amiibo.
I wonder how well they sell. I would like to see sales because there was the period where all you could hear about was like a headline to be like, oh yeah, nobody can find these things, but they keep making them. So I'm wondering, like, are they still secretly selling like super well, but just not enough to be like, oh, they're not in stores?
I mean, they are. Target still has them pretty consistently, but I worry is the wrong word. It's like, what do I care if they don't sell amiibo? But like, I do sometimes. Like they had the Skyward Sword amiibo, which I really loved with Zelda and the Loftwing. I got that one. And I feverishly ordered it, right? I was like, oh, I got to make sure I get this. And I pre-ordered the moment they were available. And then like, they're still at my Target on the street. Like they still have a few in stock all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess they didn't sell. I guess they're not that hard to find anymore.
Yeah.
But I
only have a few. I have Mega Man, Sonic, the original Link and Link's Awakening Link, like the remake one.
Yeah.
Which it's just because I was like, oh, I love the look of that game, and that's perfect for that. And I have Simon Belmont.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I have Simon as well.
Yeah.
I used to be a big game collector, both my wife and I, but we sold off a lot of our collection. I don't really do that much anymore. But the one thing that I continue to like make sure I have all of and do try to collect are the Zelda amiibos. So I do have every Zelda amiibo.
Oh, nice.
Like, you know, tangential or otherwise. And then like even the ones that were kind of hard to come by, like the Skyward Sword Link and stuff like that, I was able to track down.
They're making new ones for Tears of the Kingdom, right? Did they announce?
They're making one. They have a Link. Yeah.
Okay.
Which it's on the way, Marcus. Don't worry. I know you were concerned if I'd gotten it.
You know what they should do is that they should send an amiibo that's like in pieces, and you have to put it together to simulate Ultra Hand or like Fuse.
Hell yeah. Throw some magnets in there.
Yeah, it's just a crafting kit basically.
Yeah, and then in the game it can just give you crafting crap.
You get a questionably effective boat.
Yeah, like the way it does food, right? I forget what it says for food in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, like the nasty food or whatever it's It was like a good passive-aggressive way to describe bad food. Like, it made me want to use it in real life if I ate someone's bad cooking.
Yeah, and then, like, Link could still eat it, but he would be like,
oh,
dubious.
Yeah, like if someone made something for the first time, maybe a partner, and they're like, what do you think of it? And you're like, this was dubious. And then you hope they don't know what that means.
I think in the 100 questions for Breath of the Wild, when we had Breath of the Wild on the cover, I forget what the question that we asked exactly was, but it was like for Onuma and Miyamoto, and we asked them like, how's your cooking, I think is kind of right. It was like sort of phrased like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Miyamoto said something, this was before Breath of the Wild came out, and he said something like, oh, my food always comes out dubious or something, right?
Just stinky and gross.
Yeah, well, he said that I'm pretty sure he said whatever the term was that is ultimately in the game, but we hadn't seen that yet. You know, we knew you could cook, but we didn't. Oh, nice. Good moves right there.
I was trying to, since I'm going to have to do this anyway, like fish them out of water, so I was like, maybe I can try to get them closer to the mainland, you know?
Right.
It was a sloppy way to do it, but it kind of worked.
But all I'm getting at is that he said, like, oh, all my food is dubious. And, like, we didn't realize that he was referencing the game until the game came out and we played it, and then we learned, oh, you can make garbage food, and it just comes out as dubious food.
He's like, my family hasn't eaten in months. They don't
like when I cooking much dinner. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, they probably don't want him to at that point.
That's true.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna whip up some food. They're like, these kids who I imagine are grown adults now. I'm like, Daddy, no.
I'm sure
his 35-year-old son.
Right.
Daddy, no.
I've shared their sphere with Brian Shea quite a bit because for whatever reason it keeps coming up on all things Nintendo. But I have a theory that Miyamoto has made more money from the Mario movie than he has on any project he worked at in Nintendo.
Like any singular project, or like the aggregate of everything he's ever worked on?
Maybe even the aggregate. Honestly, because I don't think Miyamoto, like if a game that, you know, Miyamoto works on is a huge hit, I don't think he gets bonuses or anything, right? Like he makes a really good salary at Nintendo, but and that's just not how the video game industry works.
Well, in that case, is that a fair metric if we're judging like royalties basically versus like, because if he's not getting that for games but he is for the movie, then it's kind of like, it almost kind of goes without saying, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess the thing I'm getting at is like he, as a producer on the Mario movie, he makes a percentage of gross, you know?
Right.
And my fear is that just gives him a taste of like Hollywood.
He's gonna let it go to his head.
Not go to his head, but that's what he's like. Well, if I could make, you know, $50 million by making a Mario sequel, or I could work on the new Mario game.
Yeah, he's like,
and my fear is that he's like, well, I'm going to work on the movie. And I'm like, no, make the game.
He's just like, what have I been doing my whole life? I could have been making this kind of money this whole time. What if all these years wasted making Mario Galaxy games?
I hope he's still excited about making video games. Is basically what I'm getting. You know what I mean?
The moment he got that first check from the movie, he went to the office and he's like, "Yeah, Mario Odyssey 2 canceled. Why? Why are we doing
sure,
this?
We haven't even started it. I don't care.
All of it done. We're just making movies now, boys. That's where the real money is." I hope he get. I mean, even if it's not Mario Odyssey 2, I'm excited to see what. Like in a post Mario movie world now, especially. What is the next? Does that have any impact whatsoever? I would assume not, but
I hope not. Like, because there's a thing. This is a weird one to sort of reference because. So Angry Birds, right?
Right.
Huge hit game, has a pretty simple but nice aesthetic. You know, the art style clearly stuck with people, or else it wouldn't have been a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the movie, they really overhauled the visual direction of Angry Birds, and now that is the visual direction of Angry Birds, right? Like if you play a modern Angry Birds game, the characters look like the characters in the movie, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I don't want that for Mario. Right? Not that they look that different or anything, but
like
I still hope that each new Mario kind of looks distinct and has a little bit of difference. You know, like every Mario looks a little different.
Yeah, like you don't want the Super Mario Brothers movie, the game.
No, and then not even. And I don't. I just like. I hope they don't look at that as being like, well, let's make this the sort of this is standard Mario, the version that's in the movie, right? Like I hope they still. I hope there's still a line where you can tell the difference, you know, but. We'll see. I think that's what's going to be the case. I think Nintendo, you know, church and state, I think, is how they'll probably approach it. It's like they're two different things.
Yeah. Do you think we'll, in the sequel, they introduce Wario and Waluigi?
I hope so.
Because I would like to see, for Waluigi specifically, who do you get to play those characters? Like, who fits Wario and Waluigi?
Well, the Wario is Danny DeVito, right? That's the popular internet one.
Oh,
which I think would be good.
That worked out for Pikachu.
Right. You know, I went to the set of Detective Pikachu for a feature for Game Informer, and I asked them about if they ever considered having Danny DeVito as Detective Pikachu, and they said they did animation tests, but never took it any further than that.
Are those saved somewhere, you think? Like,
I don't know.
Can you release those?
I was like, yeah, put on the DVD, man. So
I mean, that'd be a way to get back at I mean, I guess they're not really getting back anymore because it's technically all Nintendo, but yeah, sort of redeem themselves, I guess.
Like, but yeah, Danny DeVito would be a good Wario. Yeah, do you have any Waluigi casting ideas?
Man.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, this needs to go up in this tunnel. Okay. What you got?
All right, you ready for this?
Okay.
And now part of this is the three letters here. Waluigi, W-A-L. Okay.
Okay.
Christopher Walken.
I'm trying to picture like him doing the walk-in, but like in the Waluigi, like wah.
What about Jeff Goldblum? Is he good Waluigi?
I
just sort of floating around like, well, what we're gonna do?
Wow, Luigi. Damn. Well, you know, they don't have lines, so it's like, what does Waluigi say outside of his name? And like in the Mario Tennis opening, when he's like, when he draws the eyes on Luigi, when he's like, Mr. Angry Eye, whatever he says to make fun of Luigi, that's like the most dialogue he's ever spoken. Also, I need to figure out how to get this up there and send it through the little mousetrap looking thing. The board game mousetrap, by the way.
Genuinely though, before Waluigi. Oh, I thought that was a hole too. Before Waluigi and Wario, which is unfortunate because I would prefer them. I bet we see Bowser Jr. and the other children.
That would be cool too. I would like to, that's going to be an expensive cast because you know each Koopaling is going to be played by like an Oscar-winning actor.
Yeah,
it's going to be like
money.
George Clooney as Ludwig Koopa.
The smart thing for them to do, which I feel like he would be up for it, is just have Jack Black play everybody, right? try and do different voices for everybody.
Does Wendy Koopa too?
Yeah, honestly, why not?
It'd be funny.
And then it's just like the trailer. You know, we get the Nintendo Direct that we were all losing our minds over when they were revealing the cast, and we just like every announcement was just like making us lose our minds.
Ah! I mean, yeah, the Koopalings, that's 7 names. You're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god, it's Bryan Cranston is Roy Koopa. What?
You know what I mean? It would just be like, it would say that it would be like Jack Black as, you know, whatever. I don't know their names off the top of my head. I'm not that cool. But
Can
like,
you? Can you name? I was gonna say, how many can you name? I guess the ones I just named, but
and even those have already left my brain. Ludwig, right? That one I remember.
okay. There are 7.
Look, Marcus, it looks like I'm looking it up on my computer. I assure you.
Before you do, I
am
can.
not.
I was like, I can name, I think, all or most of them.
Really? I don't think I can. But I was never a Mario World guy. I was late to the Super Nintendo. So I started Donkey Kong Country.
Gotcha. It's Ludwig, okay. Roy, Wendy, Iggy, it's weird because I have their faces in my head.
Yeah.
I've said 4. I need 3 more, as I'm also trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get this thing up there.
You said Roy, Wendy, Iggy, Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Right.
Oh. And this is making me upset because they're on the tip of my tongue, and I'm a huge Mario World fan. So it's like I'm ashamed that I don't remember this as well as I thought I did. Oh.
I'm gonna silence for you.
I'm about to tap out. I don't want to. Actually,
is this clues? There's some other L's.
Lenny.
Lemmy with M's.
Lemmy. That's right. It's just music. They're all music themed. Yeah. Which is weird to think that someone at Nintendo was a Motorhead fan.
There's another L as well. Well, that's the deal with Mega Man X5 too. All the bosses are named after
right
rock stars for no particular reason.
What the? I didn't look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know I could move things this big. Okay. So Lemmy, another L.
Mm-hmm.
Music.
So you said Lemmy and Ludwig, right?
Yeah.
And you said Roy and Wendy?
Yeah, and Iggy.
And Iggy. Okay. Yeah, you got another L.
What's the other one that I don't have? Like what letter?
M.
M?
Oh, you can pick up those.
Oh, Morton.
Morton, there you go.
Yeah, Morton and what's that last L? I'm taking the L, not getting this last L.
It's arguably the best name for a fictional fantasy character.
Larry.
Larry.
That's right. I was like it's something kind of plain, right? Just Larry. Which music artist was Larry named after?
The piano player.
Is that true? I was gonna say it was like who's
just making stuff up. But imagine this Nintendo Direct, right? Miyamoto's on screen, he's speaking Japanese, and he's like, all right, the cast for the Mario Brothers 2 movie, of course, Chris Pratt returns, Charlie Day returns, and Jack Black returns as Bowser. And all his kids are joining, with Iggy, played by, and then it flashes his name, Jack Black, and Larry, played by Jack Black, and Lemmy, played by Jack Black, and Ludwig, played by Jack Black, and they just go down the whole list.
I feel like you end that joke where one of them has to be a different actor, but it's not even Wendy. Like, oh, well, Wendy, they'll get like a woman, right? But it's like, nope, Jack Black, but like Iggy is, I don't know, Daniel Day-Lewis for some reason.
They can do what they did. This is a real thing. I don't know if you're going to believe me. I'm assuming you have not seen the Angry Birds film.
I have not, no.
Okay, in the first Angry Birds movie, this is a real thing. As far as I know, I don't think you're allowed to do this without it being a real thing. Sean Penn is in that movie.
Okay.
And
weird.
He plays a bird that doesn't speak. All he does is growl occasionally.
They had some extra money to spend, I guess.
That's Sean Penn's role in the Angry Birds movie, right? Am I making that up?
That's just a step below Vin Diesel as Groot.
I'm like double checking. He is in that, right? I didn't make that up. Yeah,
How
here we
do
go.
I?
Here's the story. How Angry Birds got Sean Penn to play a grunting character.
Wow. Where am I supposed to go to get this? Oh, that's like a wrecking ball. And actually, we're at time for the episode anyway. So we should call it here. I would like to get this in that as I lose the ball. So even the ball's like, nope, we're done. Bye. Collect me next time. Oh, wait. Oh!
Wait, how does this much? Oh, hello. That's okay.
I didn't even notice was active, but like it was turned on. Oh man! All right. I was like, is this something I can do quickly, or I don't even know what the controls are for that thing.
Yeah, is this going to be a big puzzle to solve at this point?
All right.
There's a Jinjo who wants you to break him out of prison.
He's gonna have to stay in jail.
Sorry, bud.
You probably did it.
You probably did.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to solve this quick.
All right, well, let's save it for last time. Let's be
yeah.
Well, this will leave us in a place where we know what we're doing when we get back, probably, right?
Yeah.
Right?
There we go. Celebratory spin. We made some good progress.
Yeah.
We finally figured out what color Kazooie is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I don't. What do you think, Mark? We don't need to make a decision now. We're not making a decision now, but I mean, we might just want to. Do you think you'd want to stream Zelda next week, just because it's going to be Zelda Day, and it's like, why not? You know?
Yeah, we can. That seems like the most likely thing. Like I said, we'll figure it out, but I'd say probably bank on Zelda.
Yeah, but do not think we're abandoning Banjo-Kazooie.
No,
we'll get back to
we would never.
But May 12th is going to be
this.
Zelda Day.
Look at this guy.
So I think we just got to do it.
Yeah, got it. It's nothing else matters on May 12th, basically. Nothing in our lives means a damn thing.
My sister's birthday. Happy birthday to my sister that day, who's getting Zelda for her birthday.
Oh, I hope so, because no one else is going to do anything for her.
Everyone's busy that day. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, thanks for playing, Marcus.
Yeah.
Time.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
See ya.